Tumors pumping their way across the map, and yeah, this is gonna look pretty dot. And there we go for the third base. So yeah, like Tarson knows that this 2-base push won't work. He is technically behind. So yeah, he needs to get enough tanks right now to secure his third, which is going to be this one just down the cliff. And yeah, these mutas are really, really annoying right now. There's no Thor on the field. I don't think there's an armory up. Is there an armory?
Nope. No, I don't think so.
No army yet.
Yeah, so these mutas are actually going to do way more damage than they should. Even just the threat of having them outside the base, if you looked at Tarson's view, he sees absolutely nothing. For all he knows, EG.IdrA could be taking 7 bases, and he takes out the medivac, and that's, for 2 mutas, that's...
not a very good trade.
It's not the best trade, but EG.IdRA's getting like 240 more gas per minute, so it's pretty okay.
He's still trying to rest.
Yeah, he just needs to keep Tarson in his base. He's probably produced... Yeah, he's up to 71 drones now, 75, so he's just power pumping drones. Getting a few units out now. He's on 70 is about the magic number of drones. Like I've been speaking to Todd and Kev over the past few days. They're like, yeah, just pump up to 70 drones and you're all fine. But really, that is the magic number for 3-base. 70 drones is perfect. And yeah, EG.IdRA's now he's just playing the game where he's just keeping Tarson in his base. He's keeping tabs. If he takes a missile shot here and there, he's fine. And Tarson, yeah, he's getting the armory up now because he knows he needs a Thor. You definitely like against this number of units or mutas even if you have 10 Marines in the same spot in a turret. You're going to lose them all. It's not a fair trade at all. If you lose 2 mutas but you kill 10 Marines, that's perfect. Like when people say don't trade mutas for Marines, that's true. Like against this number of Marines, no, you don't want to engage. But if there's just 10 stood there, do it. Takes a long time to build those up. Like if you think he's on 4 barracks right now, a couple of reactors here and there, three barracks. Yeah, it takes a while to build that back up. So yeah, EG.IdRA's doing everything he can. He'll be at 200 supply when Tarson's at like 150, 160, trying to secure that third. And yeah, this is exactly what Tarson needs to do right now, though. He needs to secure that third. He knows where the mutas are. It's a really smart play by him. He's split up his army. A lot of people tend to not do that. He's getting good upgrades, too. That's something worth noting. And EG.IdRA's actually going for Hive. So this is going to be a game of, like... So they both read each other really well. And this is actually a good attack. This is what I was saying. If there's, like, only 10 Marines out, go for it. Like, what did he lose? Lost a muta, too?
One or two, I think.
Really, really sick trade for EG.IdrA. Tarson won't be happy with that at all. And Tarson's playing against the clock right now because yeah, he's behind on workers. He's behind on like look at the gas. It's like doubled, so it's really bad. He's gonna have to push out pretty soon before Broodlords come because yeah, he doesn't have enough gas for Vikings or Ghosts. So it's gonna look pretty dark for Tarson pretty soon. And yeah, we are seeing it's gonna be about 200 supply against 150. So yeah, everything's going like clockwork right now for EG.IdrA and for Tarson. But I don't think Tarson realizes how bad a situation he is in. Like a lot of European Zergs, they haven't been abusing Festas or this muta to Infesta switch, but yeah, I'm just doing really, really great right now. Tarson, he's struggling a little bit. He needs like a Thor in each base or so, but as I said, he's one of the guys that plays more like a Korean. Doesn't really go for the Thors, he goes for the mass Marines and tanks.
I mean, from what we see, EG.IdrA is just playing his macro game almost perfectly good.
Yeah, he's read everything well. He played cautiously at the start, which was what you need to do. He might have made a few more links than he needed, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And now he's just being a pest. Like, he's caught Marines off guard, which with that many mutas, you're fine with. He's actually kind of freeing up supply, I guess, in a way. But, yeah, look, you've got 4 Infestors on the way, 2-0 melee.
The Corruptors are coming, so
yeah,
the greatest player just needs 50 more seconds.
A Thor's coming out now. That's... Like, Tarson needed that quite a bit earlier. If you've seen these mutas stacking, the Marines, if they're hitting the same muta at the time, they can kill a muta in a volley, but it doesn't work like that. They're going to be hitting several mutas at a time, and they just don't die very fast. These turrets, they're well placed, and yeah, these Marines come in time. He didn't really lose any SCVs. He didn't kill any mutas either, but when you have mules, you can really dump your minerals on turrets and such. It's fine.
So, this looks like... Well, 197. So what can actually Tarson do at the moment? I mean, he's on 3 base. He
just look at the minimap right now.
Yeah, it's looking really grim for Tarson. Like the one saving grace he has is his upgrades. Like I did tell EG.IdrA before the game, Tarson's going to make a ton of Marines and a ton of tanks. So be prepared for that. He's also going to drop 2 bases at the same time with 8 Marines in each drop, which. Now he's going to see this army moving out across the middle of the map. He's getting 4 Broodlords just in time. Or when I say just in time, he's also like he's freeing up supply with putting Spine Crawlers down, which is really smart. It also delays this push considerably.
Only 8 baitings.
Yeah, that's not enough bailings, really. He's at 207 supply now, though. He did the trick where you make spine crawlers, then cancel them. So really smart. Oh, that was a bit of a pop. That was good by Tarson. What Tarson needs to do now is... yeah, this is going to be really tough for Tarson. Look how grouped up.
Marines.
Yeah. Oh, and he's going to start blowing himself up. So this is... So big engagement. Oh, what a fungal. Yeah, Tarson's in a world of pain. He does not have Ghost, EMP, or Snipe Broodlords, and he doesn't have Vikings. He's now making Vikings. The floor drops very, very fast. He is taking out that base, though, of HyDRA, but it doesn't really matter when you've got, like, the whole map.
And around 6k.
Oh, those Infestors, though. Imagine if he fungled that group. Oh, tanks are left alone, so they're just going to get picked off. This is really, really sour for Tarson, and HyDRA is in full control right now. He could actually run in and chase him with absolutely everything, and that's what he's going to do.
Actually, in a second. Yeah, and he's attacking with all the wings right now. Infestors.
Oh, what the hell?
What are the Infestors doing?
Fungal? Okay, a bit messy, but you see like the precision there. Like as soon as you unsiege, you run in with everything, and you can't really. The Terran. This is. That was. Okay. GG,
right after
wow.
this, GG. 1-0 for EDRA. Right after killing 2 drop ships.
And I've got to say, EDRA looked extremely comfortable all game.
Yeah.
At no point did he look weak. Tarson was playing his game, but. If a Zerg's prepared for everything that a Terran's going to throw at him, then it's looking very dark for the Terran. And yeah, he was very, very prepared. I spoke to EG.IdrA about everything that Tarson could do or was capable of doing, his style and everything. So yeah, he's very, very used to this style too. He knew everything that Tarson was going to do and read him perfectly. And I must say, Tarson looked a bit worse for wear than he was against Demaga. I think Demaga gave Tarson a lot more time, you know? Like, he didn't really muta harass so much.
Shouldn't forget about the start, though. I think the Ling run-by was perhaps a little bit unfortunate with the 3 Hellions being out of position. I think ever since then, EDRA's just... I mean, as soon as you're playing like a sort of macro game against EDRA where you're already behind, then you know that's going to be really, really tough to come back. And I guess Tarson knows this as well, so I really hope this game doesn't go too much into his mind and we can just see an excellent second map. Because, yeah, the first map... when you go into such a late game scenario, I do really love, by the way, the timings on those Brood Lords because they were relatively fast and perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if you've spent so much gas, like that's probably why he skipped so many banelings. Like he just skipped the baneling. He had 8, or so, you know, for if there was a mid game push, he'd have 8 banelings ready, and then he's watching the replay.
Yeah, we can see that.
But yeah, so the baneling, he skipped the banelings pretty much. He knew what Tarson was going to do, even though it was mass marine tank. The Broodlord Infestor Mutalist combo with mass lings, you don't really need the banelings, and he's spending all his gas on those Infestors and Broodlords. He did exactly what he needed to do. Tarson was also playing well. Like the Ling run by, yeah, that was what cost him. This game, he could probably say, okay, I should probably have a bunker at my base at all times and just stick 4 Marines in it. Which, you know, that's not a big investment. That's like 300 minerals. You can salvage back to 75. But it would have put him in a much better situation that game. He also had the wall off on his main, so they couldn't run by into his main. So, yeah, any small little change in your play like that could really fix his game. And yeah, I hope that's the one change that he's looking at right now. Although he's looking at the late game, yeah, so he sees like, okay, I see that he went Broodlords pretty fast, skip banelings. I'm going to think of what to do next game.
Tarson was doing some jokes all the time with Rice, the team manager from SK. He just mentioned that he's gonna win easily 2-0 against EDRA, and Rice was just saying, well, if you do so, it's no problem. Just I have the contract already for you for SK. So they're doing quite some fun, and yeah, Tarson was really relaxed before the game, as it's seen. But I don't know what's up with him
Tarson's
inside.
like that every time. He'll call his opponents bad. Like he's very joking.